with you. Since we're on the topic of federal and state, how do you, what do you think about the gun laws, gun changing and all that, like having a concealed weapon?
I think, there has to be, it's a balance, and it's a hard balance. It's one thing to find a federal law that works, or a set of federal laws that work to stop gun violence in a city, an urban setting. It's another thing to find a set of laws a set of federal laws that can, and again, we're in the balance here. And there are a lot of states and cities who are actually finding ways to make this work. And this goes to the previous question. New York has reduced gun violence a huge number without federal law in helping to solve the problem necessarily. Chicago hasn't. Chicago's really struggled. Oakland's really struggled. If we're going to figure it out from here, we better, as someone who works for someone who supports the Second Amendment as the law of the land, we need to figure out right-sized solutions and solutions that are actually going to be effective. And so that, for my guy, is magazine clips. Thinking about the size of the magazines. Why do we need 30 rounds in a magazine? Thinking about mental health, thinking about a gun background check, a gun show loophole closure. Those are the kinds of things. And assault weapons ban is more difficult because there are so many weapons out there that people use for home protection that we can't, it's very hard to legislate from here. Now there are state laws and city ordinances that have effectively banned certain types of guns because they don't fit the communities that they should be, that they're in, right? That certain guns, you don't need an AR-15 in an urban setting necessarily. So there have been ordinances and other laws passed to preclude that. But it's a balance because plenty of weapons get shipped in from states where there aren't gun laws. And so there is a federal role to play. It's just we have to find that balance, and it's really complicated. And you have to make, at some point you have to make a decision about what you're for. And my guy has thus far decided that magazines, mental health, gun trafficking, gun show loophole closure, background check is one constellation of laws that could help the problem. It could help ameliorate the problem. We have 300 million guns in this country. 300 million. So you have to, what do you do about those guns? Do you take them all away? I don't think you can. And so you have to find some balance of policy, and that's unique across the world. 300 million guns in this country is very unique. It's not what other countries have. So we have to figure out what to do with it in a balanced way that supports the ability of Colorado's, it's really important to be able to hunt. And home protection is also really important to people. It's part of the culture. So you have to strike that balance.